Hello guys, and welcome back to our next lecture in our course on online personal branding. In this short lecture, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I think it's not used at the proper capacity for building a personal brand. Most of the people who have businesses online or want to build themselves as a personal brand online use this specific tool just for selling different products or offer, or for promoting different affiliate offers or other people's offer products or services. Now, I am talking about webinars, the tool that I think it's misused or not used at a proper capacity. Webinars can be very powerful, and from different specialists in internet marketing, you will find out that webinars mainly have two purposes, right? The first purpose is to sell, promote, or maybe connect an audience with a different product, service, or offer. Okay, maybe when you are launching a product, okay, in a specific niche, you are launching a webinar for presenting that product. Okay, when you want to promote an affiliate offer, you are creating a webinar for your audience, okay, where you are explaining exactly how that product works and the benefits of it and so on. Okay, but very few people are actually using webinars to educate their audience and to offer them a huge value. In that way, by offering a huge value through webinars, okay, to your audience on a specific topic, you can build yourself as an expert and as an authority in front of them. Now, let me give you an example. For example, right, you have a blog, okay, and you are in the personal development niche. I think we have talked about this niche before, but it's very popular right now. Right, and you want to talk about the law of attraction, okay? You want people to perceive you as an expert in the law of attraction, right? What you can do, for example, you have an email list, okay? Maybe you have 1,000 people, 2,000 people in your email list. You can set up a free webinar for all of them, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now, right? In which you can talk about some problems, okay, that people identify with the law of attraction, okay, or about some specific things that they might not know and you know, okay, about the law of attraction. In that way, when you create the webinar, okay, when you will be in the webinar with them, my suggestion for you would be to start exactly like this. I will not sell you anything in this webinar, okay, because that's the actual truth, but I wanted to talk to you guys about a thing that I've seen in our industry that a lot of people get confused with. And you can practically start to talk to them about that specific topic, okay. That can be very effective. Why? Because people see that you are generous, okay, that you are willingly give away free value, right? And they will perceive you as an authority. Why? Because you know things that other people do not talk about in your niche, right? And we'll think that, and we'll see that you care about them, okay. One thing, maybe you do not know exactly what to talk about into a webinar, okay. You decide you want to do a webinar, okay, but you do not know exactly what topic to approach, okay, what subject to approach, what problem to approach. What you can do before the webinar or in the registration form of the webinar, okay, you can ask people what they want you to talk about. Okay, you just ask your audience which are the problems that they would like to hear about a discussion into a webinar, right? And that's the thing that you will talk about. You give them exactly what they want, right? In that way, you practically you build even a bigger rapport with them. Why? Because they will hear the solutions, okay, or the discussion for the problems that they have, okay, and they want to hear about them, right? So webinars are a very powerful tool if you will decide to use them. Now, there are a couple of programs that you can use, or software that you can use to create webinars. It depends on the size of your audience, okay. A free tool that you can use, it's Google Hangouts. It's very powerful, and the advantage of Google Hangouts is that it will be automatically linked to your YouTube account. And for example, if you have a YouTube account, people will be able to see the replay of your webinar onto your YouTube account. And disadvantage is that you don't have as many options as other platforms. Another disadvantage would be that many times you will have like a small delay, okay, on Google Hangouts. People will see your webinar with a free 5-second delay, maybe even more sometimes, right? So when you have that question and answer section at the end of your webinar, you may not be in a real time with them, which can be actually a problem. Another disadvantage would be that in order for people to be able to see that Google Hangouts live, on Google Hangouts they need to have a Google account. They can see it on YouTube, but they cannot comment, they cannot interact with you or whatsoever, right? So Google Hangouts is an option when you are starting out. If you do not have a big audience, if you do not want to invest money in a webinar platform, it can be a very good option. Another option that it's created around Google Hangouts, it's Webinar Jam, right? It's a very good software. We have more options for it, like a registration form and other stuff like that. You can check it out. We will have a resource section at the end of this lecture where you can check out all these softwares, right? The best option right now still in the marketplace, because maybe in the near future will appear other options too, I think it's GoToMeeting, right? It's pretty expensive. I mean, you can get like up to $500 per month if you are organizing very big webinars, but that's worth it only if you have like a very big audience, okay, and you want to have like 1,000 attendees per webinar, okay, because you are limited to 1,000 per webinar. But it's definitely worth it if you have a big audience to do this for them, right? So GoToMeeting, it's still a very good platform. Why? Because it works very fast. People can follow you in a real-time manner, right? But also it has some disadvantages because people need to install like a plugin on their computer to work and other stuff like that. But as a technical part, okay, probably is the best right now because people won't have many errors and other problems like that. So these are just 3 examples. Obviously, there are even more examples that you can use. For example, now in the past 6 months, there are other platforms that appeared that are linked to Twitter. For example, there is Periscope, where you can organize like live streaming. It's more like a TV show that you create, okay, from your mobile phone. Then there is Meerkat, okay, also for mobile phones. Then there is Blab, that it's also connected to Twitter, which is kind of like a discussion and webinar in the same spot, right? So you have many tools that you can use, but the main idea is to use this in an educational purpose, right? Okay, to create these live events for people to be able to know you better, to relate to you as a human being better, and to position yourself as an expert and as an authority through the value that you provide to them in a huge way, okay, in a bigger manner, let's say so. So I hope this lecture was very helpful for you guys. I thank you very much for your attention. Check out the resource page at the end of this lecture, and I will see you in our next lecture. Bye bye for now. Sorin here.
Hello guys, Sorin here. Welcome back to our next lecture from this course. We have talked about before using webinars for our businesses. We have talked about the fact that there are 2 types of webinars that we can use. There are webinars that we can use to educate our market, our audience, to send them information, to offer them value. And also there are webinars that we can use to sell our product, business opportunity. For example, if it's a network marketing business opportunity or an MLM opportunity or a new service that we are offering as a company, or a different program or a coaching program or training or anything like that. It doesn't matter. Whenever it's about selling something, there are a few steps and phases that a webinar should have. And that's what I want to talk to you about in this lecture, in this short video, how to use a webinar, how to structure a webinar in order to convert your audience, your viewers, into actual buyers, because that's what we actually want at the end of the webinar, right? So there are a few phases, and the first thing that you should do into your webinar when you create, for example, your PowerPoint presentation that you will expose into your webinar. First of all, you will talk about the main idea of the webinar, maybe the first or 2 slides, okay, main idea, the title and something like that. And then you should introduce yourself, okay? Why should people know you? They need to relate to you better, right? So you should introduce yourself, okay? Talk a little bit about yourself, about your achievements and your results, and why should people listen to you. Be very careful at this. Why should people listen to you on the matter of this webinar, on the subject that you are discussing into your webinar? You need to show them results, you need to show them achievement, so that you can position yourself as an expert in front of them, and practically they will be able after that to trust you as an expert, as someone that knows what he's talking about into the matter and subject of the webinar or what you are selling. After that, maybe for a couple of slides, you should talk about the principal subject of the webinar. Okay, why is this industry so good? For example, if you are talking about video marketing, right? Which are the benefits of video marketing? Which are the advantages? What is happening in the world with video marketing right now? What can you do with video marketing right now? That means what can they do, your audience, with video marketing right now, right? And you should talk a little bit about that, right? A couple of slides, point out the benefits that they can get from using video marketing. After that, you will get to the point where you need to talk about the problem, right? The problem of something that you encountered in using, for example, video marketing in your business. And you should talk about maybe 2-3 problems, okay, or a main problem. And after that, you should talk about maybe you should talk about that a couple for 2 or 3 slides, and after that talk about the solution. Which is the solution that you find? What are the things that you need to do? Okay, which are the tips that you are personally offering to solve that problem? They will appreciate that because you are offering value and you are teaching them how to properly use a tool, maybe video marketing in this example that we just used. Okay, how to use video marketing, a couple of tips, 3 tips, 5 tips to how to use it better, how to have maximum efficiency from it, right? And people will appreciate that because you will practically educate them. After that, okay, you will also point out like a problem, okay, or a way that you have discovered to work even faster for the tips that you have offered. Okay, for example, I've personally held a webinar for a friend who was launching a video marketing software, and the structure of that's why I gave you this example, because it just came out of my head right now because I did it, right? So after we have talked about the tips, we have pointed out a solution that we have found out to automate this whole process to save time and money, right? We gave the audience the tips, what they can do to solve those problems, but we have found even a faster way that save us money and time to solve them. Okay, the software that we were launching. So we have exposed them this solution that we have found. Okay, and after that we have did this in a couple of slides. We have pointed out the benefits. Okay, you are saving time, you are saving money, the software does this, does that. Okay, and it will solve you all these major problems of video marketing we have talked about. And at the end of these slides, okay, after exposing them the benefits, we have made them an offer, a special offer. Okay, this is a sales technique that is very used. Okay, you need to offer something to people that they cannot refuse. Okay, to make them an offer. So we have made them an offer. It was the launching of the software. Okay, it was launch period, and we have offered them a 50% discount. Okay, if they bought the software in the webinar, okay, directly from the webinar, we have offered them a 50% discount, right? Also, we had a different promotion for every sale that was made. Okay, the price was increasing with $1 for every copy of the software that was made, right? So you can use that into your business, right? You need to create some scarcity at the end. Okay, you were here, you listened to me, you paid attention. Okay, I will give you a bonus for doing that. Okay, you have a special offer from me because you are here and you took time from your personal time, okay, to listen to me, to see what I have to say, and for that you can have my special offer. Okay, you deserve it because you have invested time in this, you have invested time and attention into this webinar, so you deserve this offer. After that, obviously, you need to close the offer. I've seen many people not applying this right. Okay, they are not closing their offers, and their audience might get angry with that. From our experience with that webinar, from 70 people that were on the webinar, but be very careful because the webinar was promoted to a buyer's list. Okay, people who already bought a product from this friend of mine. So from promoting this webinar, okay, and holding this webinar this way, we got like from 70 people that were on the webinar, 20 bought the product. Okay, also some of them bought some upsells, some downsells, okay, in the sales funnels of the product, but 20, that's more than 40% conversion rate. 20 of them bought the product, which is actually a very good conversion rate. There are people that are even going up to 50% conversion rates into webinars, so they can be very, very effective. Now it depends on how on the audience that you have, okay, that you are promoting to your webinar, and also the way it's structured. Another thing, at the end of the webinar, have 10 minutes, okay, not more, maximum 10 minutes, question and answer section for your audience, so that they can answer, so that they can tell you the questions that they have related to what you're selling, and you can answer to them. They will see that you are very transparent with them, okay, that you are there to help them, okay, to offer them the answers and the solutions that they will need. This will help you very much, okay, and for sure a couple of the people that have questions and that will get answers from you will also become your buyers. So this is a way to go with your webinars, okay. Maybe a little bit about your main idea in the beginning, then present yourself, then talk about the benefits of the industry, about problems that you have personally encountered, how you solve them, which is the best solution that you found that can help them even more, okay, than the tips that you gave. Present them the benefits of this solution, okay, make them an offer that is very, very good for them because they have been attentive to you and they have followed your webinar, and then have a question and answer section in which you clarify all the questions that they have. And that's it. That's how your webinar should end, and that is how you can sell a product, service, business opportunity, coaching program, training, or whatever through your webinar. So guys, I hope this was very helpful for you. As I've told you before, this worked for us very, very well, and I think it can work for you as well. Thank you for your attention. Sorin here, and I will see you in our next lectures. Bye bye for now. Sorin here again.